Hello, I have my very awesome mic on, because when you try to launch Data 8, just launch, and in the command line, simply says, Data 8 has an invalid demo header ID, failed to read demo header. Now, if we go into the demo file itself, it doesn't really give us any direct information. It doesn't really give us anything huge. It's just kinda strange until we look at it and realize this is not a CSGO map. This is a Counter-Strike 2 map. Yeah, I'll let the footage speak for itself, but implications. Having my mic on again because this one is also a CS2 demo. Yeah, there's several. All right, let's play with this. Yeah, well, that wasn't really much. It's a custom map. And oh boy, is it a custom map. I mean, really, it's not much of one. No, my mouse sensitivity. Saver cheats 1, bind via no clip. I did not practice for this, but if we go forward and just start looking around, we'll see that, you know, it's kind of a normal map. Hey friend. Hey. Stupid friend. Like, it's nothing crazy. It's not like a huge revelation of a map. It just kind of is. It's a completely functional map. Like, if I want to, I can go up here and I can like plant, but I guess I can't because it's warm up or whatever. But like, it is a completely functional map, like a test map of some sort. And really, there's not that much interesting here, but we're gonna open up in Hammer. Fair warning though, this next part might be recorded up to days after this part, cause Hammer's annoying in CSGO. You have to pay $15 to properly use it, and I figured out how to basically jailbreak it to use it for free before, but I have to do it again. It's been a long time and I don't remember. See? Alright.
So, here's what I'm going to do, getting this working. I'm gonna go over the map really quick, because there's really not that much to go over. Then I'm gonna sit down and explain how I actually got this working, in case anyone wants to do it for themselves. So, first off, I mean, there's really not that much new information. Hello, my dear friend, obsolete. I love this image. But, yeah, not really that much going on here. There's no, like, hidden text or anything. There's no, like, skybox to go to or whatever. And, of course, obligatory map properties, F-Sky Server Gen. I don't know why this is red. The world, I guess that's a little weird, but that could just be, you know, like a normal thing. I don't know. I'm really not the source, and I'm not the source engine hammer expert that Namade and some other people are. I'm just kind of existing, bro. I'm just kind of doing that. There's no real existing names for anything either. This just kind of is. Now, getting into stuff like how I actually achieved this when, you know, CSGO doesn't let you, like, it doesn't pre-install Hammer. Basically, what I did was, first, I downloaded Hammer++, the Counter-Strike Global Offensive build. I know it says, like, it's here for historical purposes. Use a Gary's mod version instead. Don't do that. Use this version. Once I installed that, then I went to here, because the thing about it is you need to have csgo.fgd, but it doesn't come with that. So you could go online and find one to download and put on here, but a lot of those are obsolete or just kind of broken. So this thing, the pin splashes stuff, this thing specifically worked amazingly. I used that, and when I set it up, I just kind of, you know, I set it up, and this is what it looks like if you don't do that. Obsolete. Just a bunch of things just won't show up because they're like marked as obsolete. So that's why I recommend using that one specifically. For CSGO, like you really only need this one. You don't need any of the rest. But yeah. Alright, I think that's it. The end. See you next CS2 demo. Goodbye. Talking here, so let me see. Yep, it is. It's the 14. Once again, invalid demo header ID, and I figure I should probably like go, hey, I'm not recording the CS2 demos myself because they're outdated, and I don't want to go through the progress of like downgrading it or figuring out how to get them to work. So getting them from this person from the Interloper Discord server. Thank you, Moody. I love you. This is a personal message of love. I love you. Oh, I love you. I love you. Alright, yeah, that's... I mean, really, like, what am I supposed to say about that? Let's just get right into this. So, oh yeah, I should close you.
It is time now, my brothers.
It is? There we go. Hey. So, main thing is there's literally nothing in this map. This map it's nothing. And, the guy was shooting about, like, here, I think? It's like something interesting. If I just sit here, can't actually deal any damage. But if I go right here and let him shoot, alright, I'm just gonna open the map, sorry. I do repeat that there's not really anything here, but, map properties, SI server gen, as expected, these little friends here. And going outside, nothing, absolutely nothing. It's beautiful, in a way. No, it isn't. But, yeah, we're done. Goodbye. Oh, my beautiful data. 21. I can't wait. Can't wait to play. What? Invalid demo header ID! You know what this means? Alright, I'm talking so you can kinda guess where this is going. Invalid demo header ID, yeah, alright, CS2. So, Data 35. Another CS2 demo. Second to last. The last one will be a while, but quick credits. This is the only demo that the person, Moody, did not record. And I genuinely forgot who recorded this one. I asked myself in the middle of 2024, and I can't find the response to me, but I found like me reposting the video because someone else asked. So, alright, let's get into it though. Okay, this is a big one. So, we're gonna do this a little bit differently than we have. Basically, we're gonna go in the map first, the hammer exploration second, then play the demo last. So, let's just kinda get into here. So, if you know what this map is, you might be able to, you already know what's going on. But, if you are using this to kind of get used to Interloper 8 before, moving on to the rest of the series, this will explain everything. Yeah. Type 5. The reason we're doing this in here instead of, in the demo playback is because it's laggy as hell in the playback. I will do one thing though. I'm gonna matte Fulbright 1. And that's because where they're about to go where this is it's really, really dark. There's no real lighting in here. There's some lighting, but it's just super hard to see. And Interloper 9's gonna play this as it originally plays anyways, so like, I figure it doesn't hurt to talk over it some and put on Fulbright, you know? Just to kind of give something that you're not gonna get. Also, that little stick figure on the whiteboard reminds me of something. Nothing related at all, but just looks like a little character I like. It says goodbye in chat, which is interesting, and all I'm gonna say is that actually plays out a little bit differently in the demo. It's something that I barely see anyone talking about, because, you know, most people aren't gonna sit through the entire demo, which is like why I'm gonna play the demo at all at the end of this. And yeah, it crashes. Alright, give me one moment. I swear, even on my new computer, CSGO is like the only game I have that takes like 2 hours to load. Not literally 2 hours, but you know, it just takes much longer than it should. Alright, let's...
We must move!
Let us start actually exploring. So, first thing, we're not really gonna have much of interest in this map. It's like a radio here somewhere playing that audio. But I think that's part of like the original map. So it doesn't matter that much. Yeah, again, it's pretty normal. It's a pretty iconic map, really. So like, if there was anything major that was off, it would be visible kind of quickly. Here's the elevator they went in, though. Nothing's really happening in here, but if we start no-clipping down, what do you know? Sounds really similar to the stuff that was going on in Interloper 5 and what will happen in some later entries. But, yeah. And, yeah, if you didn't already know, this is kind of what it looks like down here. It's kind of a mess. Once we start going inside, yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's hard to navigate. So, let's head back real quick, because, this is an odd thing. Going through the ground, we can see, hey, that's the friend. That's the little friend that was going around. And if we get a bit closer to it, we can see that these aren't actually eyes. Well, no, those are eyes, but it has a weird texture inside of it. It's like the texture for one of the guys in this game. It's interesting to take note of. This is where it all started. That's my friend. The most interesting part is if we just start going around a little bit. Something that's not even really seeable in Hammer that we have to do in the map. Although, of course, I'll be going on my Hammer exploration soon. Why am I getting so many notifs? Jesus Christ. But if we go around long enough, well, we see hostage. I'm not on the right team to do anything with the hostage, so, you know, I'll just ignore that. But that's not it. This is it. There's more of these guys. They're exactly the same. The guy that we saw that was under the map is the one that's actually used in the cutscene. These guys just kind of sit here the whole time. This. But yeah. That's most of it, really. I don't think there's anything else that's of major note, so... So, best solution might be to just move on to Hammer. Let's do that. My processing. Obsolete sighted. Who are you? Team Spot. I don't like you. Anyway, yeah, welcome to this. This is where everything, like, the player stuff is kept, and let's look at it at least. We got the name of the guy. We have this thing. Another guy, the damn NPC name. Oh, this one is a prop. So it's probably the gun they use. And there's like multiple kind of stacked on top of each other. This one's view control data. I think that's the errors there. They're weird. But yeah. Going on to look at the rest of the shit, there's not that much. Of course, we're not really gonna find much else weird in here, considering, you know, this isn't really where anything that matters is. But let's look at the map comment before we go. F-Sky Server Gen and the world. Fun. They're all called that for some reason. On the thing, what was that? It's a plant. Alright. Now, going down here, we have this thing marking like the center of the place. Interesting. And of course, here. Oh man. So first off, we had our guy here, going to where they are. Just an error, but you know, doesn't hurt to look. And undefined? That's an interesting little thing to note. I'm going to wherever my other little friends are. I think over here? No? Somewhere. Somewhere over the rainbow. Way up high. There's you. So that means we're close. Here it is. They're both kind of tucked into the ground. And undefined 1. And, yeah, also 1. Weird. And that's like... That's mostly it. There's a little bit I skipped over, so I'll go back for that. But it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, what are we really supposed to take from this is my question. I don't know. Don't know if I should even really care, but that last thing that I kind of skipped over, I forgot to actually look at this trigger. Observation. Yeah, it's the one that starts the demo, but it's called Observation for some reason. Don't know why. I believe that's it though. So, to finish this off, we're just gonna play the last demo. Like, play the demo in its entirety, and then we'll finish up the rest. If you're watching if you only want to see the interesting parts, if you're watching the single video, you can just kind of skip to the end. Don't you? Okay. You just kind of skip to the end of this, and if you're watching the full CSGO demo compilation, I'll have the demo UI up, of course, so you can just go to the end based off of that. So, yeah, I won't talk for the rest of this, though. Goodbye. what do you know? Our very final demo is a CS2 demo. Then I'm not gonna waste time, but thank you for watching this, and see you, Source Filmmaker.